This is Gareth Jones on Speed, episode 322, continuing our coverage of Wales Rally GB. Be warned, this episode features the sound of some classic rally cars and a Welsh win. Nice, I've arrived at Dyfnant, wade through the security gate, and I'm now very grateful that I'm in this CHR, which has got lots of ground clearance, because I'm on quite a track, and the track's not much of a problem, but it's only really wide enough for 1.5 cars. So if another car is coming the other way, you have to pull over with 2 wheels onto the soft standing on the side. Now, my Sora, if I did that, would bottom out, it's so low. And actually this car, if you're going rallying, given that the coordinates won't go in the sat-nav to tell you where the stage is, given that, not very good, but the fact that it can go down these lanes without getting caught in the wet stuff on the side, very good. Here we go now. The temptation is to drive very quickly, but it's a 10 mile per hour speed limit here. Just pulling over to let a van through. 10 mile per hour speed limit. I'm still in sport mode in the car, and the more I drive this car in sport mode, the more I enjoy it. It really does tuck in. I did notice ultimate understeer, of course, it being front wheel drive, but there was a section up to Dyfnant where I was behind a BMW 320 something, and the two of us were cracking on, and I love the way that this thing handled at that point. Yeah, it's not a bad driving coupe. It's not fast off the mark, but okay, I think this is my parking here. I think, oh, I don't know, I might be able to get a little closer. It's that risk, isn't it? You see the first row of cars, you think, where shall I stick it? Okay, I'm going to stick it here. I'm in. Right, let's get me bobble hat on. The sound of the Welsh wind breezing gently on the pine forest that I'm in at Dyfnant. What a lovely atmosphere. Plenty of people around, talking in hushed tones, so I've come into the forest just away from the line, because I've just discovered that rallying is very complicated to follow unless you're really close or on it. It appears that this stage won't be active for WRC cars until 8 o'clock tonight. It's now 12:30. I don't think I could spend 6.5 hours sitting in a forest waiting for the big cars to come through. As much as I love motorsport, you know, that's a lonely time in a forest. Yes, there are places you can get cups of tea and egg rolls nearby, and rudimentary toilets and some good company, but not enough activity going on, particularly as, being where we are, there's no phone signal at all, not a peep. So I can't even follow the action via the WRC app or anything like that. However, there is a consolation. The Clubman Rally is going through in about an hour's time. Now, that's something I'm looking forward to. It's not going to be the big cars at full tilt, Elfyn, all that, but it will be some glorious rally cars going through a forest, and I'll record the sound, because that's what I'm here for. While I sit here waiting for the Clubman cars to come through, here's some observations about bobble hat etiquette. I've decided to wear a bobble hat. It's traditional because, as you know, the song We Want the Rally Back has the line, I've already got a bobble hat, I've already got a nice rucksack, I've made myself a nice flask of tea, all that. I've got an OS map, all those things. I've actually got, I even made a flask of coffee, a small one, which I inadvertently left in the car. So I'm not actually with it, but with it in spirit. So here's my thoughts on bobble hats. I'm wearing a nice super furry animals bobble hat, very tall, bit like the sort of thing, is it Dappy used to wear? Hen tubs, is that right? Ridiculous, really. But I've noticed that the bobble hat is evident in the average rally fan. Well, where I am, taking the sample of where we are at Dyfnant at the moment. The older gentleman prefers the bobble hat, and the lady rally fan likes a bobble hat. There's a nice beige one, a very nice green one with a WRC rally on it, quite cool. Older gentleman wearing that. Saw a woman a minute ago wearing a fantastic Welsh bobble hat with a red dragon on it. It looked really cool. I'd wear that very happily. But the younger guys are all wearing peak caps or hoodies, or best of all, fleece hats. Because it's cold up here in the moist of the Welsh mountains. It really is. When the wind whistles through, you feel it. And I'm sitting down, I'm not moving around, not generating any heat, so you can see why the bobble hat is essential to enjoy this sport. You've got to be comfortable. So I'm sitting comfortably. Still don't really know which way the cars are going to come down this track, but we'll find out presently. One of the marshals has just come over and is standing chatting to a family just sat in front of me. It looks like a friendly guy, so I think I'll go and find out what's going on. Hiya. I'm making a podcast about the fans' point of view of the WRC, and without the work of you guys, we couldn't do it. How's it been this year for you?
Yes, it's been very good this year. In all fairness, good response from the fans. We done my herring yesterday, and up on junction 15 just after Elfyn's corner, and it's been good, really good.
So how do you do it in terms of logistics? Do you sort of leapfrog 2 or 3 teams who work together and take care of a stage, or do you have a responsibility for a group of stages?
No, we just have a responsibility. It's usually for one junction, but it's a group of us. I believe it's 28 of us out today, so we spread out anything up to 3 junctions, plus we got radio cars, other members of the club that's set up on other junctions.
You're policing the whole stage effectively. How good are the fans? Are we badly behaved?
Not all badly behaved. We do get 1 or 2 that abuse it a little bit, but the majority of fans, we try to treat them like our friends and speak to them like we just having a pint in the pub with them.
Well, so, we're all here for the same reason, aren't we?
We're all rally fans at that.
Yeah, made of the same stuff. How long have you been doing this?
I've been with this club 6 years now, established with this club 6 years.
You from Bridgend?
No, from Merthyr Tydfil.
Merthyr, yes. A bit far north for you today then?
No, we done Dyfnant last year and Dyfy last year, but my herring yesterday and Dyfnant today.
We're lucky, aren't we? We've got the best country in the world for rallying, haven't we? Apart from the Finns, maybe?
Yes, we have.
Yeah. So we've got the clubman cars going through in how long now?
We should be within the hour now.
Within the hour?
Yes.
And how many are you running, do you know?
I'm not sure the exact number, I'm sorry.
And what's your name?
Jeff, my name's Jeff Evans.
Jeff, Gareth Jones, nice to meet you. Respect to the marshals, to the full team.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, I am doing. Yeah, there you go. Friendly. Rallying is friendly. There's no, you can't stand there. That was quite nice. 1:26 and a marshal safety car just drove through gingerly, and there's been a marked increase in the number of people taking up positions where I am, just at a descent. So I've got the track in front of me. Cars will come from the right and go down the hill. And, great hearing all sorts of accents spoken. I don't know, Estonian, Latvian, great, Polish, lovely. Clearly it's an international sport, definitely. Let me see if I can describe the position for you. I'm sitting in the tree line, only 20 feet away from the gravel track where the cars will pass from right to left in front of me. However, if you imagine the bit of track I can see in front of me, it's a bit like a coat hanger, as if you laid a coat hanger on the floor with a hook towards you, and the right hand tight from the straight across the bottom, hard right. It's that sort of corner, very tight, and levels out as they come up the hill on the corner, and then they dive down to a sweeping right and up into the forest. So we should hear the whistles beforehand and the car coming up the hill, and then it spluttering as it goes round the corner and down the hill. I'm looking forward to it. Lovely to hear some North Walians. That's North West Walian dialect Welsh. That is hardcore. Lovely. And that's a Toyota RAV4 safety car arriving at the hairpin. That was a good sound. Next one will be rally cars. That's a course clearing car going through. I'm guessing the next car will be at race pace. Distant sound of a rally car getting closer and louder. I think the action is imminent. Rather nice Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution, I don't know, 9 or 10 just went through, all very tidy. It literally banged as it pinged into an appearance there. It was amazing, the sounds. It kind of hint, and then suddenly it's here. Very good start. Subaru Impreza STI 2-door, popping and banging as it goes away into the forest. Nice. Rughead in Skoda Fabia, looking fab actually. Skodas never looked that cool, did they, until they went rallying, and then they looked cool. Welsh Subaru just went through, Davis and Williams sliding wide. I might try and find a position where I can hear the car scratching on the gravel. That got that slightly wrong. It was an bit slow through there. Sounds good in the forest though. Across the track and I've come to that acute angle. I'm now on the inside of it, so the cars are coming up the hill, braking and doing a very hard right-hander. Let's see if we can hear the sound of the skeetering as they approach. Lovely old RS 1600 that was. Ooh, that sounded real, didn't it? Let's see how close we can get. It's another Escort. Listen to this. Very nice. This is nice. I'm looking down the track now. Welsh forest lit by sunlight on the other side. Here comes, what's this, a Mitsubishi? An entirely Scottish crude Lancer. Nice, banging away. Another Escort. Ooh, did you hear that? That was an Amazon rolling past, a Volvo Amazon. I'm on the road. I've come down from the stage, Dyfnant now, and I'm heading back to where I'm staying tonight because I've got to be at a do. So I can't stick around until 8 o'clock tonight to watch the big cars, but that's okay because I love the National Rally or the Clubman Rally. There's lots of rally cars. Here comes a Chevette. A droop snoot Chevette just went past, and at the moment I'm following an Escort Mexico. Yeah, Mark 1 Escort. Yeah, man, it's white, it's beautiful. Because I've just passed one of the refueling stations that they have here, one of the stage control points. Don't ask me exactly where I am, but I'm on the road to Dolgellau. You probably call it Dolgello or something like that, but it's not. It's Dolgellau. And we don't expect you to know that because you don't speak Welsh. You know, there are lots of languages I don't speak. That's okay. But I can only say it that way, Dolgellau. Just looking, I'm near Foel. We are Foel, which just means the hill, really. Man, that was amazing. It's hard work, rally, spectating. I suffer from something called Raynaud's syndrome, you know, where one of your fingers goes white if your body temperature gets low, and I had the shivers at one point. I was really nicely wrapped up, bobble hat, multi-layers, vest, shirt, jumper, jacket. I was keeping the calorific intake up with macaroons and sandwiches and coffees and even a nice hot egg roll. But unfortunately, after a while, I started to realise I peaked. That was it. So, heading back to base. So, I still haven't seen any World Rally Championship cars apart from at Tir Prince momentarily. Will I get the opportunity to make it to a stage and be able to get in tomorrow before the rally's over? I'm not sure. There is a stage fairly near where I'm staying in the Gwydir Forest. I'm in Conwy, but if I can get there early enough in the morning. I had a chat with some marshals earlier on, and I explained that they weren't allowing me into Gorffeiniog, and he said, they should have let you in. You've got a media tabard, you've got a media parking pass. They should have allowed you in. So, hey. And he reckoned he was a security guard working that gate, not someone from the rally. They're proper marshals who understand how it all works. So, you know, I'm used to circuit events, and this is a different thing which requires some careful scheduling. I'm learning. If you want to come and see a rally, do so. My advice is really, really examine the precise location of the stages exactly, and then camp in a camper van or a bed and breakfast or a pub nearby one of those stages. Get up early in the morning, go there, watch it, and then you can retire back to your room if you want to warm up, and then go back and catch them on the second leg when they do the loop the other way. I don't know if that works, but that would be the optimum way of seeing action at a high level without turning up and thinking, am I actually going to get into this, which is what's happened to me. But that's okay. It's all part of a good recce. I've got to admit that I didn't, in fact, get to another stage before the end of Wales Rally GB, unfortunately. However, my FIA accreditation did put me in pole position for the ceremonial end of Wales Rally GB, and I even managed to bag a couple of interviews with, well, you'll have to see. Hello, it's now Sunday, it is 1:15 and I'm in Llandudno. I just came down here on a push bike. I rode down from Conwy, top of the Dyfnant Pass, and then the long strip around Dyfnant, because I was told that the traffic in Llandudno today is going to be rather excessive, because the Wales Rally GB finale is the announcement of the winners right in the middle of Llandudno. So I was advised, instead of driving down, get the bike down, and it was good fun coming on the bike. Actually, I could have driven. The traffic doesn't appear to be that bad, which is surprising given the news that broke in the last hour at the end of the final stage, that Elfyn Evans is not only the first Brit in, 17 years to win Rally GB, but he's actually the first Welshman ever to do it. Now, he's from Dolgellau, which is pretty much where I was, not that far away from, in Dyfnant on Saturday. So there's going to be a huge local following for him here of, family. people who've known his family and his dad has rallied for a long time, so I'm expecting this to be quite a emotional thing. Now, I've just walked down from the roundabout at Llandudno Park nearby. The road has been closed off. There's Daneshore, Wales, Rally Cymru banners all down the barriers, all down the side of the road for the full length of Mostyn Street, as far as I can tell. Yeah. So this is going to be quite something. I can see the checkered flags right at the very end of the road, so I'm going to make my way up there, find a position, and report on the finale to this tremendous event, most of which I missed. But hey, that set me up nicely for next year. I know how to approach this next year, so I don't miss any of the action. But hey, I was here for the end, which is imminent.
We'll call this a splat. What I've done to do is to go up the ramp.
That's not my voice, it's the voice of the commentator for an extreme sports demonstration that's going on with some BMXers and some motocross guys riding over the tops of trucks right in the middle of Mostyn Street here. And I've taken up a position on the media stand right at the very end, right next to the position where the cars were presented as the winners. So one by one the cars will come through, take their place on the platform, then go and park up behind me. And you're here to enjoy it with me. Cool. It's happening any moment. Cars are approaching. That's a Fiesta and a Citroen lining up just the other side of the finish line, the arch, the stage that the cars will be presented on. I'm going to have to battle against this 1989 Rave tune. Bear with me. Might add a kind of a groove to the end of this episode of Gareth this week. If I decide to talk in time and an American accent, probably won't do that.
If I was to tell you that your winner is none other than Elfyn Evans, very good indeed. I can tell you that 9 of the stages, we've had 21 stages on this event, of course, this year, and Elfyn has achieved 9 fastest times. Not bad at all, bearing in mind that throughout his career he has done 20 stage wins, so that is worth a massive round of applause when he gets here, I can tell you. And he is so excited, he is more excited than a small child in a toy shop, I can tell you, when he finished the last stage, which was the televised stage at Brennig, and they are in their Ford car on their way here to Llandudno to the finish.
The level of excitement is actually raising right now. There really is an atmosphere. They stopped playing that rave music and people all cheered. Great relief. And on the terraced podium, like a series of steps that I'm standing on, the number of photographers here has doubled, indeed tripled, and we're all vying for position there to get pictures. Luckily, I don't have to push shoulder to shoulder with them because I'm not doing pictures, I'm just doing sound. Also, the crew to Rallyo, which is the Welsh word for rallying. Rallyo is the programme on S4C, that's Channel 4 Wales S4C, S4C, that covers rallying. If you don't see enough rallying on TV, go and watch it on S4C. You'll follow what's going on. And it's about the only place in the world where people pronounce Elfyn Evans' father's name correctly. Everyone calls him Gwyndaf. It's not Gwyndaf. A single F in Welsh is pronounced like a V. A double F is pronounced as an F. A single F is pronounced like a V if you're English. So his name is Gwyndaf, not Gwyndaf. And even the commentators here today are making that mistake. Talk about, yes, I remember when Gwyndaf won the British Rally. The British Rally Championship, I mean. So, yes, the atmosphere is picking up, definitely. There are 3 podiums in front of me. It's also been announced, of course, that Sébastien Ogier has won this year's World Rally Championship. Another title for him, the driver's title. He really is calling the thing. But Elfyn managed to win, I think, more stages than Ogier. Of course he did this time round. So, you know, is Elfyn the Welsh equivalent of Max Verstappen? You know, famous father who did very well but not quite well enough, and a son who's now winning. Elfyn almost won in Argentina. We all got very excited by that in Wales, but the idea of him winning his home is fantastic.
Can we have a big round of applause for the very proud father, ladies and gentlemen? Because there he is, Gwyndaf Evans, turning up. Fantastic to see him.
That's lovely. I have to admit to feeling a bit emotional myself as a dad. Yeah, Gwyndaf just came up to the bottom of the stand here, and I'm sure he's probably the second most interviewed man in the Welsh language at the moment. He's often on Rally or the programme on S4. He's so smiley. He's so lovely and smiley. That's great. And it was a spontaneous round of applause, despite the commentator asking for applause. When Gwyndaf appeared, people just started applauding anyway. Everybody knows him. He's a neighbour.
I believe in him. We all believe in him. Do we all believe in him? And we get many cheers.
Gwyndaf's just to my left, greeting all the M Sport team at the moment with hugs and surprise and smiles. He's absolutely beaming. Yeah, this might be his day more than Elfyn's. That's fantastic. I think I'm going to attempt to talk to Gwyndaf. He's just out of earshot. Let's see if I can reach him.
This event, he is not the first Welshman.
Gwyndaf?
There have been Welsh.
Pwy di'r arwr ora n'eich teulu chi? Ti neu Elfyn? Na, wir? Ti'n credu hynny? Sut dwi'n teimlo? Sut ydych chi'n teimlo heddiw?
Gystal at erioed wedi, ac yn prawd dros ben.
Mae hwn yn werth llawer i'ch teulu chi, yndi?
O, yndi. Ti'n bod, mae Elfyn wedi cychwyn gyrru 10 mlynedd yn ôl, a dyn ni wedi mynd trwy lot o ups and downs, fel ni'n gwybod dros y blynyddoedd, a mae wedi gweithio'n andros o galed yn y cefndir, yn treinio ac yn ymarfer, bob awr o'r dydd, ers blynyddoedd, so dydy o ddim wedi bod yn hawdd, ond mae o wedi wneud o heddiw.
Wel, llong y fechiadau i chi a'ch mab. Da iawn, diolch yn iawn. Hwyl. Whilst I suppose there is a Venn diagram that does include some people who listen to Gareth Jones on Speed who do understand Welsh, I'm imagining the vast majority of you didn't get that. So here's a translation for you. Gwyndaf, pwy di'r arwr ora n'eich teulu chi? Gwyndaf, who's the best driver in your family? Ti neu Elfyn? You or Elfyn?
Elfyn.
Na, wir? No, really? Sut ydych chi'n teimlo heddiw? How do you feel today?
Gystal at erioed wedi, ac yn prawd dros ben.
Just as I never have before, I'm extremely proud.
Mae hwn yn werth llawer i'ch teulu chi, yndi? This is worth a great deal to your family, isn't it?
O, yndi. Ti'n bod, mae Elfyn wedi cychwyn gyrru 10 mlynedd yn ôl, a dyn ni wedi mynd trwy lot o ups and downs, fel ni'n gwybod dros y blynyddoedd, a mae wedi gweithio'n andros o galed yn y cefndir, yn treinio ac yn ymarfer, bob awr o'r dydd, ers blynyddoedd, so dydy o ddim wedi bod yn hawdd, ond mae o wedi wneud o heddiw.
Yes, it does. Elfyn started driving 10 years ago now, and he's been through many ups and downs over the years. And he's worked extremely hard in the background, training and practicing every hour of the day for years. So it's not been easy, but he's done it today.
Well, llong y fechiadau i chi a'ch mab. Well, congratulations to you and your son. Da iawn, diolch yn iawn. Hwyl. Very good, thank you. Good luck.
Down there, former co-driver to Elfyn Evans.
There you go. I'm happy.
As well as the part of
my Welsh legend. Found time to talk to me on Gareth Jones on speed. You know, he's been pretty much harassed at the moment by a lot of people. Bless him. Respect. The entire M Sports team have just gathered, walked proudly together down the rear side of the platform that I'm on. There must be, I don't know, 80 of them, 50, 60 of them, all wearing M Sport 2017 FAA World Rally Champions t-shirts very proudly, and they are all beaming. Enough respect to the people of Cumbria and the M Sport team. Fascinating, because of the position that we're in, the cars, once they've gone over the ramp, over the stage, have to squeeze in between the podium that I'm standing on, the fencing, and the M Sport team are all standing there, so the cars have to creep through, but one by one, every car stops, winds down the window, and the driver or the co-driver shakes hands with Malcolm Wilson, who runs M Sport, who's standing here. Lots of respect for other people in the same sport. They realise how tough what they do is, and when people win, they get the plaudits from their peer group, and that's worth a great deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into that Dyfnant, welcome into Wales.
Sebastian Ogier and his co-driver climb onto the roof of their Red Bull sponsored M Sport Fiesta WRC, and huge cheer, not just from the locals here who love their rallying and welcome the new world champion, or champion again, but also the M Sport team who are here, as you know, in their droves to my left to celebrate their championship and their win.
He hadn't at that point signed Sebastian, but he was fingers crossed and was hoping it was going to happen. He did, and he's world champion.
It's all gone completely nuts here. Sebastian Ogier is doing donuts in the paddock area behind the camera platform. That was a release of tension. That was marvellous. Right then, they're clearing Terry Newville, who came second, and that means the next car presented up on the podium is going to be Elfyn Evans. This is going to be something.
Is the moment that many have waited for. Dan in particular. We're there, we are ready for it. Let me tell you that we are at the point where we have the winner of the Day and Shore Wales Rally GB 2017. 9 fastest stage times out of 21 stages. He's only had 20 stage wins up until then, and he's managed 9 more on this particular rally. He set out his stall on stage 2, was fastest on the Heron, on your chest. When Tank managed it on Sweetland, but he was back again for Abram, and again fastest on the Heron as well. He has had a fantastic achievement, and of course we first saw his dad on what was then the Lombard RAC Rally in 1987, so 30 years ago, and his son has done it. 10 years with that record that this has been in the making, and now we can see him come towards us. What a fantastic rally he has had.
They've launched fireworks that look like Roman candles playing over the arch. They've actually stopped now before the car comes. There's smoke. Here he comes. He's doing donuts. man, he is really chucking it around right in the middle of town. Here he comes. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who won the 2017 Daneshaw Wales Rally GB, Elfyn Evans. And I'm very proud to see a big Welsh dragon on the top of his Dyfnant liveried Fiesta. And that's it for Gareth Jones on speed, our toe into the water of rallying. I hope you've enjoyed it. And as a Welshman, I'm very proud to be able to say that when Elfyn Evans won the Wales Rally GB, I was there, and so were you too. See you again soon, out on the stage, or by trackside. I'll see you there. I was Gareth. See ya.
The first Welsh driver ever to win Wales Rally GB. The Welsh national anthem, Hen Wlad fy Nhadau.
You can't leave it there. We've got another verse. There you go, we're singing it. Oh, birthday in just me and half of Wales then. Out of that cog.
The first Welsh driver ever to win Wales Rally GB. We've had Welsh co-drivers. But this is a very special moment. It's been a while coming. Your thoughts as you were going through that power stage?
Yeah, it was pretty calm to be honest at the start, but as the kilometres closed in, you sort of got a bit more anxious in your driving and a bit more useless, to be honest. There wasn't much good driving going on towards the end there, but no, it's really good.
And we talked about the D-Max during the year, and everybody said, Savogier was saying how they knew that the D-Max would work here, and they worked beautifully.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it's incredible. The guys have worked exceptionally hard with, the resources we have all year, and, all credit to them. They've brought a new tyre here, and it worked exceptionally well. And I have to say a big thanks to the M4 team as well. The car has been faultless. The guys who prepared it do an absolutely immaculate job, and a big thank you to everyone.
Brilliant. Let me turn to Dan. You played an important role this weekend in keeping him calm, keeping the cool head.
Yeah, it's been a real team effort for me and Elfyn and for everybody behind the scenes as well, and we're just both really, really happy to be here at our home event, and the first Brits to win the rally in a long, long time, so it's very, very special and a bit emotional, to be honest.
How much of the support was getting into the car? How aware were you of Elfyn's corner and the Welsh flags and everything going?
Yeah, it's been incredible all weekend, from people at the side of the road to the people in the stages, and just everybody with the flags and banners and wishing us well all along, and we've managed to come good.
Well done, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the 2017 Daneshaw Wales Rally GB, Elfyn Evans and Dan Barrett.
Elfyn, ga i ofyn, di hwn wedi setlo'r dadl yn eich teulu chi rwan? Pwy di'r yrwr orach un eich dad? Elfyn, can I ask, has this settled the debate in your family now over who's the better driver, you or your father?
Yndi gobeithio.
Yes, it has. I hope.
Llongyfarchiadau, congratulations. John, anodd ralio adre, oes yna mwy chi wneud pan ti'n ralio adre neu yn wledydd eraill? Is it hard rallying here at home? Is there more for you to do than rallying in other countries?
Mae gyd rhywbeth, mae'n iawn.
No, it's all good. It's all fine, isn't it?
Sut ti'n teimlo lle? How do you feel then?
O, na, gilch yn di, mae'n hapus dros me.
Very, very happy.
A fi hefyd. Diolch yn fawr iawn, Il. And me too. Thank you very much, Elfyn.
Gareth Jones on speed.
Oh, and one last final thought on the Toyota CHR as I drive back home. I got 47 miles to the gallon driving that, and that's a mixture of driving in normal mode and sport mode. I never really did very much in economy. Also, I worked out that the bings and bleeps that I was getting all the time when I first drove this car through London, some of them were speed camera warnings. It wasn't always getting confused by lanes like it did just then. It was just trying to be helpful, letting me know that there's a speed camera. So that's all right. And what music does the sound system in this car like? Well, it really liked Elbow and it really liked Bon Iver. It wanted to play lots of Bon Iver. It just kept coming up on my playlist all the time. But what sounded best in this car was Bob Dylan. Anything from the Shadows in the Night album, where he did a load of classics a few years ago. Sounded great in this car. I love this car. I think it's got something. It's tremendously stable, and I would recommend driving around in sport mode all the time. Yes, you're going to lose a little bit of economy, but you will get the performance from the assistance of the electric motor. It does satisfy. It's a terrific car. It's cooler than a Qashqai. It's less pious than a Prius, and boy, it's got some style. I'll leave you with a rally tune. Here's the Reclaimers, and we want the rally back. See ya. There was a time when forests ran with a happy sound, but today you'll hear a twig break on the ground. It's time again for cars to trumpet their attack. It's our refrain because we want the rally back. We want the rally back. I already own a bobblehead. We want the rally back. We do, we do, we do. We want the rally back. I already own a bobblehead. We want the rally back. We do, we do, we do, we do. Come on, Wales, our cousins in the land is on. It's our turn, you've had the rally for too long. We're just like you, we've got a fashion filled with pride. And just like you, we'll keep a welcome in the hillside. We want the rally back, I already own the bobblehead. We want the rally back, we do, we do, we do. We want the rally back, I already own the bobblehead. We want the rally back, we do, we do, we do, we do. Now, it feels like ages since we've had WRC stages. Let's bring it back, we love rally lots, and that's not because the last two British champs were Scots. Look, I know Richard Burns was not a Scot, for heaven's sake, he had a name that clearly was. And I know we've got the IRC, but it's not a patch on the WRC. So we want the rally back, I already own a bobblehead. We want the rally back, we do, we do, we do. We want the rally back, I already own a bobblehead. We want the rally back, we do, we do, we do, we do. Nico Hervanen, Matti Räikkönen, Tommi Mäkinen, Ari Vatanen, Juho Annanen, Henri Toivonen, Juha Kankkanen, Harri Jones, Simo Lampinen,
send us an email. See pictures, get song lyrics, join our Facebook fan site, follow us on Twitter, or to find out about sponsorship opportunities, go to garethjones.tv. Gareth Jones on Speed is made in London by Whiz Bang.
Gareth Jones on Speed!